Imagine a world where the jungle never truly sleeps, where every rustle of leaves could mean death, and where humans were not yet the unquestioned masters of the land. This is not a fantasy realm or a monster movie setting. This is prehistoric Earth, around 60 million years ago, shortly after the dinosaurs vanished. In this brutal landscape lived early humans' ancestors and one of the most terrifying predators to ever exist, Titanoboa. If there was ever a battle that defined survival against impossible odds, this was it. Titanoboa was not just a big snake. It was the biggest snake ever discovered, a living force of nature. Stretching up to 42 feet long and weighing more than a ton, Titanoboa dwarfed every modern snake we know today. Its body was as thick as a tree trunk, its muscles powerful enough to crush bone with ease. This creature ruled the swamps and rainforests of what is now South America, gliding silently through murky waters and dense vegetation. It didn't need venom. Its strength alone was enough to end anything it wrapped itself around. Now picture the humans of this era. These were not the technologically advanced beings we are today. They had no metal weapons, no armor, no firearms. They relied on stone tools, wooden spears, fire, and most importantly, cooperation. Survival was a daily struggle. Hunger, disease, and predators were constant threats. For these early humans, the world was hostile, unforgiving, and terrifying. And among all the dangers they faced, Titanoboa would have been the ultimate nightmare. An encounter between prehistoric humans and Titanoboa would not have been a planned battle. It would have been sudden, chaotic, and deadly. Titanoboa was an ambush predator. It waited patiently, hidden in water or thick foliage, striking when its prey least expected it. A human stepping into a swamp to drink water or gather food might never see the snake until it was too late. One moment of silence, the next moment a massive coil tightening around the body, crushing ribs, stopping breath, ending life in seconds. For a lone human, survival against Titanoboa would have been almost impossible. Speed meant little when the snake could strike with lightning-fast reflexes. Strength meant nothing against muscles evolved to overpower massive crocodiles and mammals. Fear alone could paralyze even the bravest individual. In a one-on-one encounter, Titanoboa would win nearly every time. But humans were never meant to fight alone. What made prehistoric humans dangerous was not physical power, but intelligence and teamwork. Over time, they learned patterns of predator behavior. They understood which areas were dangerous and which signs meant a large predator was nearby. They learned to use fire, one of the most powerful tools in human history. Fire brought warmth and light, but more importantly, it brought fear to animals. Even a creature as massive as Titanoboa would likely avoid open flames. If humans ever managed to confront Titanoboa as a group, the battle would look very different. Spears made of sharpened wood or stone-tipped weapons could be used to keep distance. Loud noises, coordinated movements, and firebrands could confuse and intimidate the snake. While Titanoboa was a perfect hunter against solitary prey, it was not adapted to fight multiple intelligent opponents attacking from different directions. Still, even in a group, the cost would be high. One wrong move could mean instant death. A single coil could pull a human away from the group, crushing them before anyone could react. Panic could spread quickly. Courage and discipline would determine whether the humans survived or were wiped out. The environment itself played a huge role in this deadly struggle. Titanoboa thrived in extreme heat and humidity. The hotter the climate, the stronger and more active the snake became. In water, it was nearly unstoppable, moving effortlessly with its massive body supported by buoyancy. On land, it was slower, but still incredibly dangerous. Humans who learned to avoid swamps and lure predators into open, drier areas would have had a better chance. This battle was not about glory or conquest. It was about survival. Humans did not hunt Titanoboa for sport. If they ever killed one, it would have been out of necessity or self-defense. The death of a Titanoboa would have been a monumental event for any prehistoric group. The meat alone could feed many people for days, and the skin could be used for tools or shelter. But the risk involved meant such victories were rare. Over thousands of years, the balance slowly shifted. Climate changes cooled the earth, reducing the extreme heat Titanoboa needed to reach its massive size. Large prey animals became less common. Humans became smarter, more organized, and more technologically advanced. The world that allowed Titanoboa to exist began to disappear. Eventually, the giant snake faded into extinction, leaving behind only fossilized bones and terrifying legends written in stone. In this ancient war between humans and nature, there was no clear hero or villain. Titanoboa was not evil, it was simply doing what evolution designed it to do. Humans were not conquerors yet. They were survivors, adapting, learning, and pushing forward against impossible odds. This clash represents one of the most important themes in human history, the struggle to survive in a world far more powerful than ourselves. When we imagine prehistoric humans facing Titanoboa, we are really looking at the origins of human courage and ingenuity. This was the era when fear did not stop progress, when intelligence became the ultimate weapon. Every step away from the swamp, every fire lit in the darkness, every spear raised against a monster shaped the future of humanity. The deadliest battle in ancient history was not a single fight frozen in time. It was a long, brutal conflict between vulnerability and adaptation, between raw power and growing intelligence. Titanoboa ruled the jungle through strength. Humans survived through cooperation and learning. In the end, it was not muscle or size that determined the winner, but the ability to change. And that is why, millions of years later, Titanoboa exists only in fossils, while humans went on to reshape the planet itself.